Hi Capricorn, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of November 5th through the 11th. This is for Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, and Capricorn Rising signs. So Capricorn, for this reading, I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot deck along with the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. All right, Capricorn, very interesting. So I definitely might be reading for a very specific group of Capricorns. That would be those Capricorns that, need to have this reading. So, if you can't resonate with this reading, Capricorn, please watch your other signs. I definitely suggest that all the time anyways, just to get the most insight as to, what the week holds for you. But watch your other signs here. And if you need more guidance, I definitely suggest having a private reading. At the bottom of the deck, I do have the Nine of Swords. So we do have some mental energy here, Capricorn. And so Nine of Swords, when the Nine of Swords comes up, for some of you, there's the need to, catch up on your sleep, to get more rest. Take extra good care of yourself. So for some of you, could be lacking in the sleep department, so that's very much needed here this week. For others, you could be stressing about something. Something's kind of weighing on you. So maybe you have an important decision to make. Underneath the Nine of Swords, I have this Two of Swords, which can be a card of procrastination or someone who's just unsure. And so maybe you, Capricorn, there's the Magician. So maybe you have an important decision that you need to make, but some of you are a little bit on the fence. You're not quite sure, and so you could be kind of overthinking things. So just keep that in mind. But we do see a progression here. We have the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck, which even could be an energy that you're dealing with now this week when I'm filming this. But here for this week, we already have the Ten of Swords here. So for some of you, this energy will actually play out fairly quickly. So it's not going to kind of linger for a long time. So just, in the meantime, make sure that you're taking extra good care of yourself. Sleep if you need to sleep. But we do have the World as the overall energy. And so this is, for some of you, something in your life that's completing. Something has come full circle. And I always view the World as a very, very blessed energy. And so, some of you are going through, a process right now. For me, with the World, it's always a process. Some of you could be completing a very long chapter or a phase in your life here, Capricorn. And so you're in that kind of transitional period where you're, closing the door on one chapter, moving into the next. So some of you, you're going through that process right now. For other Capricorn, something in your life could be completing. It's coming to an end. Travel could be in the cards for some of you here this week, but we see that progression from the 9 to the 10 here, the 10 of Swords. For those of you that, you went through a difficult time, the worst is now behind you. So this is you closing the door on a difficult period within your life. Now, there could have been something that happened with the Ten of Swords, something that led up to this. It can be betrayal and things like that, but, it doesn't have to be. For those of you that, something has happened, what's interesting is I have a couple of threes here, the Three of Rods, the Three of Cups, I have the Two of Cups, I have the Hierophant, I have the Five of Rods. And so, for that specific group of Capricorns that need to watch this reading, there could have been a three-party situation. There could have been a love triangle. Maybe some of you are finding out that someone betrayed you. And so that's a relationship that has, is completing, that's coming to an end. with the Five of Rods and the Three of Cups, this can represent like external influences, you know, friends. Could be like a third party influence, but it also could be, you know, your social circle, a friend or friends that are kind of interfering with the relationship. So it just depends on, you know, which Capricorn you are. You might have some sort of interference here, someone who's causing you some problems, causing your relationship some problems. And with the Hierophant, some of you could be married. If not, you know, you might be like in a long-term partnership here, and maybe there's, you know, some sort of interference that's coming in. So just be aware of that. But, you know, I feel like if that's you, Capricorn, you know, you would know it. If I'm speaking to you right now, you would know that, you know, I'm speaking to you, because I feel like this is not something that's just happening this week. You know, for you guys, I feel like this has been ongoing. This has been some difficulty that you've been dealing with for some time now. And so there could be a Taurus. You know, we have some earth energy here. There could be another earth sign person that's significant. There could be a Taurus, but there also could maybe be an Aquarius person who's significant. Now maybe this is the friend, maybe this is the third party that's significant. I do have this Two of Cups here. I have the Three of Rods. We have the Page of Pentacles. I think that some of you are hearing something. And again, you know, I'm getting that for some of you, it's like some sort of like interference with the relationship. You know, and yes, there could be a love triangle for some of you. Now, with this completion, you know, maybe one of those relationships is ending. Now, you could have been involved with someone who was maybe getting a divorce. Or maybe you were waiting on a divorce, Capricorn. So for some of you, maybe one of those relationships is completing. It doesn't mean that your relationship is ending. It just depends on, you know, what you have going on. If you're in the process of getting a divorce, Capricorn, you know, you guys could be maybe bickering or going back and forth as far as like assets and things like that. Maybe fighting over money, things like that. And so there definitely might be the need for one of you to compromise here. And then, you know, for those of you that this is a family member, this could even be like a business partner. You know, watch your communication. Anybody that you're hanging around a lot here this week, Capricorn, watch your communication. This even could be your child. You know, maybe you have a grown adult child. You know, watch your communication with anybody who's around you. That could also be a friend. You know, watch your communication. Pick and choose your battles with the Five of Rods energy. You know, maybe you're irritable. Maybe there's someone around you that's irritable. It definitely could be this King of Swords here. And, you know, he's a very serious character, so sometimes he can be a little bit too serious. And so maybe this is someone that you're dealing with. They have no sense of humor here this week. So just keep that in mind. Don't stress about it. If this is your significant other and he's a little, you know, irritable, you know, don't stress about it. Especially you Capricorns that you're in a long-term partnership or you're married. You know, just, you know, brush it off. It's not a big deal with the Five of Rods. It's very petty. Go out with your friends. For some of you, there's the need to go out with your friends. There's a need to be social. And then, you know, if you're waiting on like an employer, if you're waiting on a company, if you're waiting on even maybe like a legal matter, and it could be a divorce, if you're waiting on some sort of news or communication, I feel like it's on its way, especially with the world here, and, you know, with this 10 in the world, we have a new moon here this week. So, you know, if you're waiting on news or waiting on communication, it's on its way. Three of Rods, there's more, you know, effort. There's more energy that you need to invest. There's more work that's needed, but it's on its way with the world. Again, it's a blessed energy. And for some of you, you've successfully completed a chapter of your life. You're moving on to that next chapter, but it is a process. And so kind of needing to go with the flow, you know, Capricorn. But if you're waiting on maybe hearing from someone or waiting on some sort of offer or opportunity, I feel like it is on its way. Just keeping your eye on the prize, staying focused. You know, you went through a difficult time, but that's a cycle that's completing. Let's pull you an additional guidance card, Capricorn. All right, interesting. Some of you could work in a very competitive, you know, environment. The additional guidance card we have is actually Athena, inner wisdom. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. That's very interesting, Capricorn, because what I just showed you with this 9 of Swords and then this 2 of Swords, you know, we have the Magician here, which is an empowering energy. You know, it's a very creative energy, but you already have everything you need, all the skills, the abilities, the talents, the tools, the resources, everything you need to be successful. This can just be someone who's sometimes, yes, it's closed-minded, not open to change, a little guarded, you know, hesitant. It's a very hesitant energy. So some of you could be overthinking things, and there's the need to maybe act, or there's the need to make an important decision here. So some of you need to go within, and you need to trust that inner wisdom. You need to listen to your intuition. All right, Capricorn, so very interesting. So I hope that you found this reading helpful. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. If you are interested in having a private reading, please check out northeasttarot.com. I wish you guys a great week.